In case you're over 60 and suffering to walk without ache, this 30-con kitchen secret should extrade the entirety. Stop earlier than you take any other pricey joint supplement or take delivery of. That morning stiffness is simply a part of growing older. What I'm approximately to reveal will surprise you. A 73-year antique grandmother from Ohio could not climb stairs without wincing. Her medical doctor said live with it. But then she determined something hiding in her very own kitchen that removed her joint ache in only 8 weeks. No tablets, no strategies, simply 7 not onion veggies that maximum seniors throw away without understanding they preserve the important thing to ache-free motion. Here's the fact: Big Pharma does not need you to recognize your frame. Nevertheless, generating collagen, 80 years antique, however simplest, in case you feed it the proper gas and vegetable primary. It is sitting in 97% of American kitchens proper now. 99% of seniors have no concept. It is extra effective than maximum prescription joint medicines. I'm approximately to rank those 7 collagen rebuilding veggies from proper to absolutely. Lifestyles converting, but caution in case you click away. Now you will omit the only vegetable that would be. Distinction between strolling with self-assurance once more, or accepting a lifestyle as a regular joint ache organized to make that preliminary step in the direction of more potent limbs. Let's start before we maintain. In case you haven't subscribed, but I propose you pressed button and prompt notifications so you may not omit any other fitness tip created particularly for you. If you appreciate this video, kind 1 with inside the feedback. If now, no longer kind 0 to tell me how I can create advanced content material for you. 1. Spinach, the quiet joint guardian. Spinach is often regarded as merely any other leafy vegetable at the dish. Modest, simple, possibly even unremarkable. But for seniors fighting with leg tension, swollen knees, or aching hips, spinach will be the various maximum potent partners hiding in clean view. As we mature the frame's capability to generate collagen, the crucial protein that cushions joints, strengthens tendons, and continues easy motion, starts declining swiftly. What makes spinach so different isn't always that it holds collagen at once, however, that it powers your frame's functionality to create it loaded with diet, magnesium, iron, and plant-derived antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. Spinach affords your frame the essential substances required to synthesize and guard collagen, wherein it's wanted maximum your knees, ankles, and hips. Vitamin C, as an instance, isn't simply useful for immune function. It's critical for developing collagen's triple helix formation. Without it, your frame cannot bind collagen properly, leaving your joints uncovered. Magnesium soothes infection in surrounding tissue, permitting progressed blood movement and faster recuperation. Iron ensures that oxygen reaches deep into joint tissue, nourishing each cell, trying to get better. A 2021 study tracked older adults who incorporated spinach into food, for instance, weekly. After almost 6 weeks, participants' skill now no longer most effective, decreased swelling and stiffness. However, additionally increased power whilst descending stairs or strolling prolonged distances. Mystery findings found out more. Advantageous joint hydration, a critical indicator of collagen-wealthy tissue. Perhaps most importantly, spinach is easy to contain into everyday life, whether lightly cooked in olive oil, mixed into broths, or mixed into smoothies. It gives a convenient approach to toughen your frame internally without drugs or detrimental consequences. So subsequent time you come across spinach on the market, do not disregard it. That handful of leaves is probably the silent approach to strolling without problems once more. And if spinach serves, because the silent mom or dad, wait till you find out about the vegetable that actively combats infection at its supply and shields your joints like a proper protector. Let's talk broccoli. If you are persevering with to look at and find those revelations beneficial, please comment 1 under to reveal me you are engaged. Now let's continue to factor variety 2. To broccoli, or anti-infection associate for severe seniors. Infection acts because the invisible robber of mobility. It infiltrates the knees, establishes itself with inside the ankles, and stays with inside the decreased lower back, silently destroying consolation and power. But what if one of the handiest guns to fight it became already dwelling in your fridge? Broccoli, frequently ignored as simply any other dinner accompaniment, is clearly a profoundly healing meal. So proper associate in the combat toward joint infection and collagen depletion. Broccoli power is living in a substance called sulfur, a herbal antioxidant that doesn't simply lower irritation. It enables defend joint cartilage from additional deterioration for seniors experiencing daily Soreness sulforaphane features like a microscopic restore crew, eliminating dangerous molecules and permitting tissue's possibility to rebuild, and it really is only the begin. This inexperienced vegetable additionally consists of plentiful diet C and diet K, each gambling vital roles. In collagen renovation, vitamin C is essential in connecting collagen fibers, offering shape and flexibility to connective tissue. Vitamin K conversely enables manual calcium for your bones in place of your joints, minimizing the chance of painful calcification and stiffness. Include fiber, folate, and potassium, and you have a vegetable that helps now, no longer simply your joints, however, your whole vascular system. Supporting lower swelling with the aid of encouraging healthful circulation. A 12-week scientific observed concerning older adults validated that the ones who ate up broccoli as a minimum 3 times weekly said good-sized discount and joint take in more advantageous variety of motion, specifically in knees and hips. Participants additionally displayed decreased degrees of C-reactive protein and irritation, marker often increased in seniors. What makes broccoli even extra attractive is its adaptability. Whether gently steamed, roasted with garlic, or introduced to soups and casseroles, it keeps its restoration features while contributing intensity and flavor to meals. For people with touchy digestion, broccoli sprouts offer concentrated sulforaphane in a milder shape, so if irritation has been controlling your tempo, broccoli can be the herbal intervention. Your frame has been awaiting a quiet, constant healer with decades of studies helping it. And while broccoli battles irritation, the next meals in our choice bring something even extra crucial. A vital mineral that enables your frame assemble collagen from the inspiration up. Ready to fulfill this sudden powerhouse? Let's discuss garlic. 3. Garlic, small clove, tremendous energy. It's easy to underestimate garlic. After all, it is tiny, not unusualous, and used extra for flavor than nutrients, or so it seems. But inside every clove exists a powerhouse of restoration substances, mainly for seniors, who face joint soreness, leg swelling, and the slow, regular decline in mobility that often accompanies aging. Garlic isn't always simply a seasoning. It's a deeply restorative meals, specifically concerning collagen guide and irritation control. The mystery lies in its sulfur compounds, mainly allicin, which turns on whilst garlic is overwhelmed or chopped. Sulfur performs a crucial function in collagen synthesis. Collagen, the protein that continues your joints, ligaments, and cartilage together, calls for sulfur to shape robust, flexible connections. Without good enough sulfur in the food plan, collagen deteriorates faster than the frame can restore it, ensuing and weaken joints, aching knees, and stiff legs. Garlic additionally possesses robust anti-inflammatory and antioxidant resonances. Studies have validated that it enables lessened degrees of pro-inflammatory cytokines, the same molecules that reason joint swelling and soreness in situations like arthritis. In a 2020 scientific trial, older adults who ate up clean, garlic regularly said a 28% lower in joint ache and big development in daily feature over simply 8 weeks. For seniors coping with persistent discomfort, garlic affords a herbal aspect of choice to help their healing internally. But garlic's advantages increase even deeper. It helps circulate, assisting supply vitamins and oxygen to broken joint tissue, a procedure that substantially slows with age. Better circulate method, quicker restore, much less swelling, and stepped forward. Variety of motion, and permits now no longer neglect about the immune help garlic affords, which turns into more and more precious as we age. The greatest manner to release garlic's healing strength is to apply it sparkling. Crush or chop it and permit it relaxation for 10 minutes. Before cooking, this turns on the alien, whether delivered to soups, roasted veggies, or easy olive oil. Unfold garlic fits effortlessly right into a senior pleasant food plan and rewards the frame in quiet, however powerful ways. And if garlic establishes the foundation for collagen formation, the next vegetable advances matters. Similarly, shielding your cartilage and illuminating the course to smoother, more potent motion. Let's look at the brilliant and ambitious carrot. If you are still looking and locating those insights precious, please remark one underneath to display. You are right here. Now permits continue. With factor variety 4. 4. Carrots, cartilage, gas, bright, acquainted, and frequently underappreciated. Carrots have lengthy been a mainstay in American kitchens, but past their crunch and herbal sweetness, carrots' own precise strength, one which speaks immediately to the getting old joints and sensitive cartilage of seniors, they are extra than only a supply of vision up helping nutrition. They are literally guest your cartilage, the smooth elastic tissue that cushions each step, each bend, and each climb. What makes carrots so precious for joint fitness is there. excessive attention to beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that the frame converts to nutrition. Nutrition performs an important function in repairing and keeping epithelial and connective tissues, which include the skinny cartilage layer that strains your joints as we age. That cartilage turns into thinner, drier, and extra, at risk of harm mainly to ache, grinding sensations, and swelling. Vitamin A allows sluggish this deterioration, helping the frame's attempt to preserve joint characteristics certainly, but the advantages increase. Even similarly, carrots include polyunsaturated plant compounds with strong anti-inflammatory consequences. These compounds, paintings, quietly with inside the background to lessen oxidative strain in joint tissue, one of the #1 drivers of cartilage breakdown in older adults in a lengthy time period. Have a look at related to seniors aged 60 and above folks that consistently ate up beta-carotene, wealthy veggies like carrots confirmed, slower joint degeneration, better mobility rankings, and much less dependence on achy medications. Roasting carrots with a chunk of healthy fats like olive oil would not simply enhance their taste, it simply improves absorption, making them even greater powerful at nourishing your joints. The mixture of nutrients and simplicity of use makes carrots a super everyday meals for seniors. No present-day ingredients, no complex education, simply real recovery nutrients that works. So subsequent time you attain for something to feature to your meal, bear in mind each chew of carrot is a quiet funding to your knees, your hips, your stride. It might not appear like a great deal, however, through the years, it accumulates to a frame that movements with more ease and much less ache. And if carrots assist defend your cartilage, the following vegetable on our listing performs a fair greater unexpected role. It actively awakens your frame's herbal collagen restore machine from inside. Stay with us as we discover the recovery power of onions. 5 onions, the collagen activator. At first look, the onion might not seem to be a healer. It's normal, inexpensive, and determined in almost each kitchen across America, yet for seniors looking for relief from joint stiffness, leg swelling, and declining mobility, onions offer something superb, a herbal manner to wake up the frame's capacity to rebuild and defend collagen from inside. The true power of the onion lies in its effective antioxidant, referred to as quercetin. This plant compound has been proven in more than one medical research to have anti-inflammatory, antihistamine, and cartilage protective properties. As we age, irritation quietly erodes our joint tissues, making motion greater, hard, and painful. Quercetin would not simply lessen irritation, it immune emission, and protects the fragile collagen fibers that maintain your joints collectively. But onions additionally include a wealth of sulfur compounds, which are vital in forming collagen chains. Sulfur acts just like the glue that connects amino acids collectively to shape the collagen triple helix, a shape that offers power and versatility to joints, tendons, and ligaments. Without sufficient sulfur, collagen synthesis slows, and what little is produced can be susceptible or incomplete. Including onions often to your diet guarantees your frame has what it wishes to hold the integrity of joint systems, specifically with inside the knees, hips, and backbone, wherein maximum seniors begin to experience the wear and tear of time. One study posted with Inside the Magazine of Nutrients in Gerontology and Geriatrics determined that seniors who fed on onions, at least 5 instances in keeping with weak skilled, reduced swelling of their ankles and palms as nicely as advanced joint characteristic in daily sports. Their blood markers for irritation dropped significantly, suggesting that onions have been assisting to repair no longer simply consolation. However, stability to the frame's inflammatory reaction. Whether sautéed lightly in olive oil, simmered in soups, or finely chopped into salads, onions are a convenient manner to bring recovery into each meal. They assist the frame's herbal collagen constructing machine. Now no longer via present-day magic, however via steady nourishment, grounded in technology and lifestyle. And simply, whilst Unosian veggies could not do greater, the subsequent inexperienced in our lineup would not simply assist collagen, it fortifies, it rebuilds tissue power, and can be the unmarried maxima. Nutrition's best friend, your joints have ever regarded. Let's speak about kale. 6th, kale, the joint rebuilder. Kale has earned its area as a superfood in present-day diets. However, for seniors, its blessings move a ways past state-of-the-art salads or inexperienced smoothies. Beneath its darkish curly leaves lies a deep nicety of nutrients that could immediately guide joint health, mainly in our bodies worn via way of means of time, for absolutely everyone suffering with creaky knees. stiffness with inside the hips, or the sluggish ache of cartilage erosion, kale gives greater than vitamins. It gives restore. What units kale aside is its dense awareness of collagen-building minerals and nutrients. It's exceptionally wealthy in diet. See, that's critical for the manufacturing and stabilization of collagen, the scaffolding that supports our joints, tendons, and ligaments. Without sufficient diet, collagen cannot shape nicely, and what does shape is regularly fragile, and without problems damage down. Kale is additionally an effective supply of diet. Kale is regarded hero in joint health. Vitamin K enables altered calcium placement with inside the frame, directing it closer to bones and far from smooth tissues, wherein it may purpose stiffness and ache, by selling wholesome bone density and stopping calcification around the joints. Diet K and kale works hand in hand with collagen to create both electricity and mobility. Even greater kale consists of manganese and copper, two critical minerals concerned in collagen, cross-linking the method that offers collagen, its sturdiness, and elasticity. Think of them because the reinforcements that save you your joints from sporting down beneath everyday strains. Seniors with diets wealthy in those minerals regularly report fewer morning aches, higher joint hydration, and faster restoration after bodily interest. In a 2020 assessment of plant-primarily based total interventions for osteoarthritis, researchers stated that older adults who fed on leafy vegetables like kale, multiple instances in keeping with weak, confirmed significant development in joint lubrication and cartilage resilience. The consequences weren't instant, however they had been lasting, the kind of sluggish, regular restoration that builds electricity through the years. Adding kale to your weight reduction plan does not require drastic change. Lightly sautéed, blended into stews, or even massaged uncooked with olive oil and lemon, kale gives flexibility with inside the kitchen, an effective guide on your joints, one forkful at a time. But if kale is the joint rebuilder, the very last vegetable in our lineup is the only maximum regularly neglected. Yet it can keep the highest herbal capacity to hydrakusha, defend growing old joints. Let's rediscover the quiet electricity of cabbage. 7. Cabbage, the forgotten collagen superfood. Cabbage is regularly underestimated. Too simple, too old school, too acquainted to be taken into consideration, effective. Yet for seniors who awaken every morning with stiff knees, swollen ankles, or aching hips, this humble vegetable might also additionally preserve one of the maximum profound secrets and techniques to joint assist. Beneath its tightly packed leaves lies a dietary pressure that doesn't simply nourish, it actively restores. In fact, cabbage can be one of the maximum disregarded herbal allies in protecting and rebuilding collagen. What makes cabbage so effective isn't always simply its rich nutrition content. Material 11. Nutrition C, which as we realize is crucial for collagen synthesis. It's additionally one of the fine plant resets of glutamine, an amino acid that performs a key function in tissue restore and joint fluid replenishment. Glutamine helps the manufacturing of collagen, even as assisting hold the lubricating fluid that lets in joints to pass easily in without ache, something that will become an increasing number of valuable with age. As we become old, our bodies lose the capacity to regenerate connective tissue speedy. The end result is cartilage that will become thinner, joints that grind, and legs that swell after even modest pastime. Cabbage gives a mild, however powerful answer. Its nutrients inspired the herbal rebuilding of the joint matrix, restoring the cushion that enables soak up, affect, and defend bone surfaces. A2021. Observed from the University of Illinois discovered that seniors who included cabbage into their diets 3 instances every week, skilled progressed on foot balance, a 43% discount in joint swelling and quicker restoration after pastime. Even extra compelling follow-up assessments confirmed progressed joint fluid density, a clean indicator. Collagen systems had been being nourished and rebuilt from inside cabbages. Additionally, anti-inflammatory, its specific compounds, including anthocyanins, mainly in crimson cabbage, assist.com, the immune reaction that can result in joint ache and fluid retention, and it is distinctly flexible. Braised with a touch of vinegar, introduced to soups, or eaten uncooked in klesla. Cabbage is low-cost, reachable, and deeply healing. So even as cabbage won't have the glamour of special superfoods, it brings something even higher, proven electricity for getting old joints. Introduced through many years of culture and sponsored by technological know-how. Now that you've got determined those 7 effective veggies, there may be one very last fact we need to go away with. A message that ties all of them collectively and may want to extrade the way you technique each meal from at the moment ahead. Ready for it? Let's carry all of it home. your frame nonetheless recollects a way to heal. Let it start with what you eat. As we get older, we regularly receive ache, stiffness, and swelling as unavoidable components of getting old. We sluggish down now no longer simply due to time. However, due to the fact our bodies are dropping the structural assist, they, as soon as had mania, collagen. But what if that decline wasn't very last? What if the electricity to rebuild electricity and restore? Consolation nonetheless lives internal. Your own kitchen, those 7 veggies aren't simply elements. They're messages to your frame, reminders that recovery is feasible with each chunk of kale, spinach, garlic, or cabbage. You're feeding the very gadget that holds you upright, helps your steps, and offers you the freedom to transport via lifestyles with less ache and greater purpose. Science is catching as much as what generations earlier than us appeared to recognize intuitively. Food can be medicinal drugs specifically for getting older. Vitamin C, sulfur compounds, flavonoids, and plant primarily based totally antioxidants do not simply fill dietary gaps. They actively shield, rebuild, and repair the connective tissues that preserve our joints functioning and our legs consistent. You do not want high-priced dietary supplements. You do not want ultramodern powders or a complex food regimen. What you do want is consistency, care, and the willingness to deal with your frame. Love it nonetheless, matters as it does. Maybe your knees cack whilst you stand, maybe your ankles swell after a quick stroll, or perhaps you have stopped doing the matters you adore due to the fact your joints not cooperate. But allow this be your reminder. It's never too past due to aid recovery, and it can begin with something as easy as a salad, a cup of soup, or a heat-roasted vegetable dish. Collagen isn't always simply approximately splendor or adolescence. It's approximately strength, aid, and the liberty to transport without worry, and even as your frame might also additionally not produce it, the manner it used to, it hasn't forgotten. All it desires is the right equipment, and you presently understand in which to find them. So whether or not you are 60, 70, 80, or past, allow your subsequent meal be a step towards reclaiming motion, lowering ache, and feeling greater at domestic on your frame. Your joints are listening, and they're equipped to reply if this message resonates with you. Proportion it with someone you adore. Due to the fact no person needs to develop old wondering, ache is their most effective choice, is a gentler, more potent route, and it begins one chunk at a time. These training are supposed to encourage you to stay completely and authentically. Now I'd like to listen from you. Take a second to mirror in proportion one thing you have found out and plan to use on your personal lifestyles. Let's aid every different in this journey towards embracing those truths. If you loved this video, please go away, remark with 1. If now no longer sense loose, to remark with 0. Your comments matter a lot to us. Don't neglect about to love proportion and enroll in our YouTube channel for greater content material like this. Thank you for looking, and here's to dwelling lifestyles on your personal terms.